I am Kevin Price, delighted to be with you here already. It's Wednesday, hard to believe. Tacos Festival, having fun. Going to spend some time with Patrick McDonough. He's with a great group called BrightboxOnline.com. Don't know if you had a chance to see some of their handiwork, but you can look at USDailyReview.com. An incredible metamorphosis that has undergone under their fine work, and really enjoy what they do. They are a leading marketing company, and unlike a lot of marketing companies that like to give you some, awe and flash alone, they actually quantify the ROI, which I think makes them unique. Patrick, welcome to the program. By the way, you can learn more about them at BrightboxOnline.com. Introduce your guest for us today.
Yeah, absolutely. So we have an interesting guest today. We have the esteemed Dr. Michael Sprintz, who's triple board certified in pain medicine, addiction medicine, and anesthesiology.
Very good. Welcome to the program.
Hi, thank you. It's nice to be here.
Yeah, so you run a clinic that deals with pain and dependency, which unfortunately often pain leads to dependency, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's actually one of the problems. And what happens is a lot of times when you get pain and dependency, the pain sufferers are more vulnerable to addiction or dependency because they have stress from the chronic pain, from the emotional pain that goes along with it. And also there's a genetic component to it as well, where a lot of people may be predisposed to it, to developing dependency or addiction. And then, of course, you have the addictive medicines like hydrocodone or OxyContin that we use initially, and they're good medicines in order to help treat pain in the short run. But unfortunately, some people can develop dependency and addiction with that.
Yeah, okay. Patrick?
Yeah, so kind of explain about the Sprintz Center and why that's different from other pain dependency or pain treatment centers.
Well, the Sprintz Center is the only private pain and addiction practice in Texas that's directed by a triple board certified physician in pain medicine, addiction medicine, and anesthesia. And what this means is that the Sprintz Center has the most advanced and extensive services available to treat every aspect of chronic pain while minimizing the risk for dependency to addiction and addictive medicines. Additionally, we're the premier center for pain and dependency concierge practice. So we specialize in treating executives, professionals, celebrities, public figures, and professional athletes who require both exceptional care and confidentiality. And we offer tiered levels of world-class service tailored to the specific needs and lifestyle of our clients.
Yeah, and I think, and this just shows my naivete, and frankly, I'm kind of glad to be naive when it comes to drugs, but I've never quite understood how dependency happens with painkiller, the idea of just painkiller. And obviously, it has to have something more than that involved. Kind of explain how that tends to happen.
Well, again, what happens when people take painkillers, which tend to be, a lot of them, they're called opioids, which is basically things, they come from the family of morphine. And what happens is that morphine, and if you have the genetics and exposure to these kind of medicines, certain people develop the disease of dependency, which actually has a biological basis. So the reward center in our brain in certain people who have the genetic possibility to develop addiction, actually the hardwiring in their reward center of their brain changes. And then that results in, all the behaviors that most people are pretty familiar with. So it has a biological basis, but it results in, really self-destructive behaviors. And that's sort of how it happens. Even though pain medicine is fantastic in helping to relieve pain, and when there's genuine pain, they work great. They're wonderful medicines. It's important to remember that dependency and addiction is a physical and biological occurrence. It's not necessarily directly the medications, because there are lots of patients that use these pain medicines safely and effectively, and they work really well. So it's really about identifying when it crosses the line into dependency and addiction.
Right, Patrick?
Yeah, I think this is a really interesting topic for a lot of listeners, because people think of addiction as something, it's a crack addict or a heroin addict. But with these painkillers, this is a white-collar addiction. And a lot of people, high-end executives that are dealing with just, back pain from a racquetball game end up addicted to these pills, and people just don't talk about it enough. And if they do, they're not sure where to go for help.
Yes, I absolutely agree. It doesn't matter where you come from. And I think that a lot of things with the prescription medications, that people believe that, well, if it was prescribed by a doctor, then it's safe and it's okay. And what we're finding is we have a tremendous amount of people who may initially are using the medicines for their appropriate use, but over time they develop that addiction, and we're seeing it in soccer moms, in executives, in high schoolers. It really doesn't matter. It's definitely prescription drug abuse is becoming or is a true epidemic throughout the country, and it crosses all social and economic boundaries.
So what does your center do to help these people? I mean, how do you treat both the pain and the addiction at the same time?
Well, the important thing is to remember that you actually must treat both the pain and the addiction. If you only treat the pain, the addiction gets worse. If you only treat the addiction, the pain gets worse. So we offer a full and comprehensive program of services that basically utilizes both. We treat the physical aspects of pain as interventional pain physicians. We're capable of doing all the different types of interventions, medications, and therapies that most traditional pain practices offer. But we also offer addiction and dependency treatment services, and we treat the whole person. We treat the emotional pain that comes along with chronic pain. We treat the psychological pain. And by doing that, we have the most qualified practitioners, and additionally, we use telemedicine technology to deliver therapy and consult services to anywhere in the world. So what we do is we help them to maintain, not just manage their chronic pain, but also decrease or eliminate their use of addictive medicines. And we can be there wherever they are in order to help support them in the long-term recovery, because both pain and chronic addiction are both chronic diseases. And so that's the way we treat our patients, by helping them from an emotional standpoint as well as physical and other services.
Yeah, we got about a minute left, and I do want to make sure we get your website in there. What is your website, Doctor?
The website is www.sprintzcenter.com. It's SPRINTZ center.com.
Okay. And what are some of the things that you do to help make sure that that they don't become addicted, or you transfer them from that more addictive drug to something more mild?
Exactly. What we do is we help the patients get off of the addictive drugs that are causing so much trouble in the rest of their life, and we replace those medicines with physical therapy, with mindfulness, with other therapeutic interventions such as procedures and stimulators that can help control their pain but also decrease any of their risk for addiction. So they improve their quality of life, and as well as rebuilding their strength and their relationships.
Great. And to wrap up here, I know you have a grand opening coming up soon. You want to let everybody know about that?
Yes, actually. The Sprintz Center is having their grand opening on Thursday, September 12th, from 6 till 10 p.m. We're located at 9303 Pinecroft and suite number 320, and that's in the Woodlands, Texas, 77380. Everyone is welcome. Come on by and see what we have to offer there.
Very good. Thanks very much. And Patrick, what's your website one more time before we let you go?
Sure. You can find out more about Brightbox at brightboxonline.com.
I measure a great interview by how fast it goes, and this one went fast. Thanks, gentlemen.
Thank you.
When we come back, much more for you. I do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at the new and improved USDataReview.com. While they're like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter.